Ew. He said, yeah, that's how we should start the podcast. Just one good. They be like, ew, what is that? I'm be like, yeah. Question, what's the lowest all of you guys can go?
I don't know. What are you asking?
Give it a shot.
Bro, my voice is not that deep, bro. I can go low as shit.
I was gonna say your voice is kind of deep, but the fact that you just did that's crazy. What about you, man?
You said what?
Deepest you can go.
I don't want to do that. It's gonna be weird.
Nah, go for it.
Nah.
He said, no, we're not.
I know.
We not doing that.
I was like, I know what it's like to lose.
Turn
I didn't even think about it. That's in their ears too. So
Which two? Sorry, no, just like,
yeah,
Check. I know what
it's like to lose. To feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail all the same.
Well then,
Welcome back to the 2.5 LLC podcast. We're your hosts.
sound like Saul.
Yeah.
thank you for coming back here.
Oh,
You felt like a serial killer. Anyway, man, welcome back to an FLC's podcast, man. My name is Dre, and we got Zoe, we got Trav, we got Antwon, and the BUIODING. Welcome back. As you all know or may have found out, we made a list,
We checked it twice. So no.
and if you don't like it, make your own. If you haven't seen the episode on who won, go watch it. Because somebody won. You probably are surprised that they did win. So
And as
go
you can
watch
tell
it.
from my reaction, I do not entirely approve.
Well,
But it's a
sir.
good choice.
Well, sir, it doesn't matter what you think. As the legendary wrestler said, it doesn't
matter what you think.
Exactly. So
That's my guy. I quote that man every day at work for no reason.
You called it, right?
I quote this man at
Oh,
work.
it did sound like he said call.
Yeah, my bad. I quote.
The rock bottom.
I be like,
bottom.
I'm
Can
like,
you
do you
smell?
know? I be like, somebody will say something. I'm like, does that really matter? I'm like, it doesn't matter what your opinion. I know they hate that.
That's crazy.
Or would just be like, do you smell what the rock is cooking? I smell it. It smells like vengeance.
Hey, Dre, do you remember where Eminem finished that on the list?
I think
don't even
Eminem
think he was
got
on the list.
Nah, he was on the list.
He was on the list. Don't be disrespectful. He was on the list.
Eminem was on the list. Eminem got
Kanye, right?
yeah. He might have got to
Or
the
was it
finals. He might have got out before the finals. I'm
Him
not
and
sure.
Jay. I think
Nah,
Kanye-
Jay wasn't in the same region as him.
No, I mean, was it Kanye and Jay in the end?
Nah. It was-
Wait a minute. Did anyone from my region even qualify?
Kanye and DMX were in the finals.
I said once again from my region.
Kanye and DMX were in the finals.
Okay.
Kanye, DMX. Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Kanye, I get DMX.
Kanye's not even my region, though.
I said Kanye and DMX.
I know. I'm still. What the hell is that?
As they say, Kanye and DMX were in the finals. Want to find out who won? Go watch the episode. We appreciate you. What's so funny over there, sir?
All right, so I'm gonna share this with Jay real quick. I don't know if he's gonna want to talk about it. I know it's gonna be a short podcast, but that's not who I was just telling you about. That's some random, like,
It was nice being you the other day. You have to tell me about your dream truck. That blank blank.
that's crazy.
You would have seen.
I knew, yeah, like, bro, that's crazy. She got my number 2 days ago. That's wild. Like I said, probably will never. Matter of fact, I called you. I think I told you about it like shortly after that happened. But I'm like, yeah, probably won't call her. No disrespect.
So, lucrative tip of the day. Whoever makes content or is creative,
That just made me feel good.
put it out. Just put out your work. Just put out your work. Just do it.
Here we go
It's
again.
not gonna hurt anybody except yourself. So just do it. Plain and simple.
So be smart about it. Be smart.
Yeah. don't have 50,000 albums and songs in your vault either. That's not cool.
It doesn't mean that someone actually has that many in their vault.
Oh,
Okay?
I probably got 2 people who are sitting with us right now that probably have that much work
I don't
in their
know.
vaults.
Who's one of the 2? It ain't me. Oh, I know who the other one is.
I'm releasing a 7,000 song album. Thank you very much.
Yo, what I tell you, yo, that'd be the most whack thing ever, yo. Just
Yeah, it's gonna be first 2-day album.
not 2 day.
Yeah.
Who gonna be listening to like?
48 hours.
Nah, you're
That's gonna take
bugging.
like a
48-hour
month,
album.
Bro, you got a 7,000 song album. You gotta listen to 4,000 today, or 3,000 today, 4,000 tomorrow, or 1,000 a day to finish it in a week. That's crazy. That's like, that's wild.
It's impossible.
That'd be. There's no way you can listen to 1,000 songs a day, even.
I mean, it might be possible.
Nah.
It might be a way.
If it's like a minute a song, even then, nah.
We're gonna have to get the microchip before we get to do that.
Here you go with this microchip shit again.
I'm just saying, man. I'm not saying get it or I want it. I'm just saying.
No. I want to hear about this microchip. What is that? What are we talking? Like
Well-
under the skin, underneath my eye? What are we talking?
Nah, word on the street is Elon Musk is developing a tool to put in your brain that makes you. It's supposed to make you smarter, and if you're deaf, it's supposed to make you hear. If you're blind, it's supposed to.
Sorry, he's triggering me right now. It's doesn't go in your brain. It goes.
If you're
goes in
short,
your
it's supposed to
skin.
make you talk. No, I'm just playing.
No, I'm just playing.
But yes, it's supposed to.
Not
fill
making
in the
fun of
gaps.
epileptics, by the way. My bad. Sorry. But no,
Yep.
you don't think that stuff has already been done, or still is being done?
I don't know, man.
Oh, people probably already got them.
And if it is, Kanye got one because his is fucking up too.
Oh man.
Why do you think every time he
And
spaz out,
Will
he goes
got
to a
one.
mental hospital? I gotta get a tune up.
Maintenance call. And look, Will got one too, bro.
They probably all
Here
got one.
we go. This man said, "Will
Keep
got
my
one."
wife's name.
Out your fucking mouth.
What killed me is
Yes.
he repeated it like he was repeating online. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how niggas practice.
I
lines.
knew. Nah, for me, I've done something like that before, being assertive. Like, cause sometimes people don't hear you the first time. I'm saying it one more time, then I'm not saying it
Keep my
again.
name out your fucking mouth. No, keep my name. And then I'm like, bro.
Yeah, cause like
It's a line.
it's the same way how black people be like, "Yo, that's crazy." Like, no, like, do you like it? You know what I mean? Like same way we just say words twice in a
No, it's not
sentence.
the same.
Yes, it is, bro. Like, it's the emphasis behind it. Like, nah, that's crazy. It's not just crazy, it's wild. Versus like, yo, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Alright? Yes. What pissed me off about that too,
That's the-
and I don't want to talk about it too much, but what pisses me off about that is the fact that we caught him on camera smiling and laughing at the joke, right?
I mean, it
now
was
it could have been the moment where it was like haha, this thing, I'm gonna get up and smack him, but I'm like, and that's what I genuinely think it was. Like, yo, this dude think that's okay, all right.
It's like I knew he was gonna say something.
You know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, it's just like,
That was like the perfect.
this is someone that
moment.
you've
Yo,
known
man.
for years, and I hate that we're even feeding
my
into it.
wife.
But at that time, when I saw that, I immediately thought to myself, all right, and I don't mean to sound like a douchebag when I say this, but
Hey, Julia.
why didn't you do this to August? Why don't you piece up August like that?
Who said he didn't?
All right, but that's my thing. If he did, it's not known to us. So you have to make it known to the world that you're gonna smack. Like, you have to do this.
Well, you've been.
His wife is bald, so like him.
It's
saying
a
that he
health.
looked
It's
like
a health
another
thing.
Bald person.
It's a health thing, though.
But
Like, that lady shaved her head by choice.
Even still,
She's losing it.
It's not like I looked at this one thing. I was like, it's not cancer. Like she's all right. You feel me? Like, and she said herself, I don't care what people think about the
Lies.
People say a lot of stuff like that.
Lies.
I lie and say,
Bro,
hold on.
it's a nigga that's like too.
I lie about that enough. You know what I mean? But I use it as motivation in my dark days. So
If you short, people are gonna get on you. Just like at school. People made jokes.
Alberto.
And it was that. It's just how it is. People make jokes, and he's a comedian. That's his job now.
That's what I'm saying. That's the thing. He's a comedian.
So y'all think he's wrong for acting like that, Will Smith?
Yeah. Yes and no. Yes and no.
I think.
Yo, he's the only one who could stand up for his wife and still like a bitch ass nigga at the same time. Bro.
Yeah, like
the comments were crazy. I'm explaining myself in a second.
I don't think he's a bitch ass nigga. I just think
I just think that was a marketing to do.
He's a nice guy. He's been labeled as a nice guy, and when you're a nice guy, you're.
But you remember that song he put out years ago? It was like don't catch me slipping. You never want to see my hand by your face or my hip, like where it should be by my hips. He said something like that in the song. I remember that.
Who, Will?
Yeah.
Will said that in the song?
Yeah, like forever ago. It was like you better stop being funny before like my hands don't miss. Like something where my hand, like saying my hand should be but where my waist is, like down by my waist. But if you keep talking smack, it's gonna be up in your face. Like he said something like that. Like, I gotta find it, but it was something he did in the song.
Will is not a little nigga either. So
he's not. He like what 6'2"?
I'm pretty sure he's
tall dude.
That's not the first nigga he slapped, but it's the fact that everything behind it. You know, it wasn't Chris Rock's joke.
Though? You see that form?
Yeah,
that form was. I'm like, yo, if you don't, part of me was like, if you don't smack this man, like, ting.
If you freeze frame me, he had that sus form for a hot second.
Yo, that's crazy. All right, but to answer your question though, I feel like he's not in the wrong for speaking up for his wife. I feel like he could have said everything he said after with the whole keep my wife's name out your effing mouth right from where he was. It still would have held volume because everyone still would have heard him. And the cameras are still panned on his face. You can see the seriousness. You can see the intensity.
I think he was right.
To get up there and smack him on live television.
If me and you got into it, or not even get into it, and I started off, I said, yo mama, like, automatically.
Okay.
You get defensive. You don't even know what I'm going to say. You automatically feel it.
Anybody, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So he was talking about his wife, somebody who he got kids by, who he married.
Okay.
What else did she do?
What?
What else?
I hate you.
What else did she know?
I'm saying, though, like, your mama, like...
That's the lady gave you life. Absolutely.
He gave your kids life. Like,
right.
What she done...
Previously
ain't got nothing to do with... I mean, they were there together.
Yeah, very
toxic. Like a lot of people get the two situations.
Now, hold on. I'm trying to hear this.
They get the two situations mixed up. Mm-hmm. You can't say he didn't do this to August, so why did he do it to Chris Rock?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was known that they were in an open relationship. So, I mean, I don't know.
All right.
It seemed like, but jokes have been said in the so a prankster, Chris Rock, comedian, he's gonna say some jokes, and the joke was cute if you ask me. He did it the cutest, like if someone was really tall.
He did it in a very tolerable way.
Right. If you say, "Oh, you're really tall. You look like Shaq."
I guess
that's not
women
that's
empowerment
funny,
movement goes out the window then.
Nah, I don't agree. He insulted her though.
If he all right, hold on.
She looked like a bowling
and he didn't
ball.
even know. And he didn't even know.
Hey, it's plenty of
well,
stuff
it's a bunch of actors up there acting anyways. Who said it was an actual real event in the first place?
Yeah. All right, hold on. Keeping that in mind, but hold on. Back to this though. And the one person.
Before you go
for it.
Chris Rock, if you look, he braced himself for the slap.
He did.
And he leaned forward. As a grown man, you're not about to watch another man.
No, hold on. Hold the hell on.
We're not going to let a grown man see another grown man walk off stage. Mind you, Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. That's Chris Rock.
Absolutely. BK what my niggas say. Exactly. I hear you.
Somebody from Bed-Stuy. Even though Chris isn't known as the toughest person in the world, you're not going to walk up and see another man. And when you talked about his wife, you're not going to brace yourself for a smack. It's just not going to happen.
Now, hold on. Here's my counter and my rebuttal.
No security came up at all. Nobody in sight. He was able to smack him, go back to his seat, and everything be fine. And get an award after.
Okay, now, but here's the thing. Here's the thing about that, but the whole security thing coming up, right?
Nobody showed up.
Now, first and foremost,
reports
if a fight would have broke out, that would have been something different. Because then security has to get there. He got up. They have been known for doing films together, being friends, him and Jada, are good friends, right? That's been stated numerous times and seen numerous times. They both came up around the same time together anyway. So it could have been one of those moments where, like, he could have, like, Will Smith, he could have went up to him. The show. You know what I mean? It could have just been part of the show. Yeah, or it could have been, like, he come up there, like, try to, like, you know, like, yeah, bro, like, don't do that, bro. Like, chill. Like, taking it that route. Like, or, you know, like, leaning in, like you know, laughing, like, because he's going to come into his head. You're not going to stay like this. If you got someone you know that you cool with coming up to you, even if you just said something funny, and they usually joke around too, because you saw them laughing in the audience.
Yeah, he laughed.
It's like,
so
it's like, okay. You know what I mean? You could be waiting to hear what this person got to say. Now, as for the whole, like, letting someone smack you, I commend Chris Rock. Because Chris had every right to meet that man from behind.
I don't think he had the.
I feel like he had
to mink.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, he didn't have to do that, but I don't think anybody should really hold that against him if he would have. Because at the end of the day, what's the job? What's the comedian's job? Slinging jokes. He did.
Right.
And then the comments were like, oh, like, it was silent. No, the hell it wasn't. People got it live to record. I got it on my phone. Right from the second it happened.
Right on YouTube.
Quiet?
No,
yeah, but people were laughing.
Everyone was laughing.
On the live broadcast, they cut the audio out so people couldn't tell what happened on the live broadcast. But on YouTube, though, look at the YouTube clip. People overseas, they got that joint raw.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, they were laughing. So I'm like, don't fall into everything that the media say. So I personally believe, regardless if it was real or not,
most likely it wasn't, but
I feel like it was. No, I feel like it was.
You have a bunch of actors up there acting, fam.
That's besides. Okay, but what are actors really? They're still people. I act.
Are they really people?
I'm an actor myself. So I'm hold on. All right, that being said, am I less of a person because I've acted, because I've performed on stage?
No.
I'm an actor, right? All right, first and foremost, it takes a person to portray a character. You're still a person. The same way you can take a role home to you is the same way you can start being that person you embodied. You can start picking up bad habits. You can start picking up the habits that you learned from a show in real life. So there's numerous actors that have done that.
You think he was in, what's the character name? Mr. Richard? You think he was in that mode? Protecting the family and
okay, even so, I wouldn't have been surprised. Like, he was, but like that, but part of the role you take on emulates a piece of yourself. At some point, it's something. Josh Bernthal is the Punisher. He would have to be away from his family from days on end to keep himself in that headspace. You know, just angry, just miserable. Like, you know, this is what we're gonna do.
That's why some people had to go to counseling after their roles.
That's exactly my point. Like, they're actors, but they're still people.
In that sense, he might have actually been acting.
Yeah, he could. That's what I'm saying.
It was staged, but he might have thought, or he might have just been in the acting mode, and
I feel like Chris was in the high acting mode, and Will just was not. And Chris thought Will was going to be in the high acting mode, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I thought he was just gonna go up there and give him a niggy or like.
That's what I'm saying.
Remember Chris Rock said, here come Mr. Richard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, being funny. You're not gonna keep being funny if you know you said something disrespectful to offend someone, and this is someone you know. Like, here comes Mr. Richard, and that happened. Whatever. Like,
wow.
You know what I mean? Like, wow. Nah, his reaction. That's why I feel like that was genuine too. It was because he tried to explain it. He was like, it was a G.I. Jane joke. You know what I mean? Like, he could have went so much heinous. I'll take it back to years ago. Another award show just like that, where it was Eddie Murphy and
bring up Ye.
And I was about to do that. Where it was Eddie Murphy and Mike Tyson. Eddie kept imitating Mike or whatever, and Mike just, grabbed him and looked at him or whatever. Like, but that, like, because you could be, if someone messing with me because I have white sound, whatever, and I know I got them right and them lefts, and I could do real damage to you. It all depends on how you take it. Someone could talk about my mom right now. You don't know the lady.
Them two, Mike Tyson has respect.
And Will don't?
Oh, shit.
Chris don't?
Not really. Will might not at this point.
It's on the fence, but
Mike
he
Tyson
is a
walked up on this stage, it would be a different story.
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
he thinks he might knock him out. And Mike Tyson, he's not thinking Will Smith's gonna smack him.
Yeah,
true that. Yeah,
but that's my thing. Personally, I know how to like take a hit, eat it like a grown man. I feel like that's what makes you more of a man and builds your character. Because you could choose to swing, and that could become a bigger altercation. But what are you proving in that altercation? One, like, I'm not about to just let someone hit me, get the best of me,
So you agree with turn the other cheek?
No, all right. So before we just say turn the other cheek, I've always had that term. But you know what? I'll stand by it. Because someone can say whatever they want to you, unless they got a gun or a knife to bring you down. Say whatever the hell you got. You ain't about to break me. You can say however you feel about my mother. Did she give you life? Nope. Did she raise 10 children? Did she raise any of your kids? No. Did she raise you? No.
Right.
She has cancer? Yup, she's still here. Stupid. What? Like, look, this is how I define myself, and I'm going to clip it here. I got all these tattoos on me, right? I'm covered in them. For me, I remember I heard a phrase about, wearing a mask and, like going to get someone. Now I'm keeping my mask off. You're going to see who is coming for you and for what reason. So, like, I don't expect you to tell your side of the story if I'm coming to you. Not saying I'm going to do something to you. I'm going to teach you a lesson, though. And respect, that lesson may be just giving you that fear, thinking I'm going to do something. Not because I said I was going to do something. I don't want no problem. You want a problem? All right. You see what I got. My family, what I love, people I lost. You can bring it up all day if you want. Stare at you. Sometimes a look can scare someone pissless. So, like, your words, all of that stuff does start to, get on you. We're human. Actor or not, singer or not, we're human. You can be an adult film actress. The life can be too much for you, stressful. You start, thinking, oh, people don't like me because of this, because they don't know you. We freaking judge celebrities so fast. And not to forget they're human. So what? Because they got money, they're still people. Sometimes they act like they're godlike. Sometimes they just have that complex. Whatever. UFC fighters too. Chael Sonnen had a bad habit of that. Let's talk about Cain Velasquez. I think he shot someone that was messing with his kid. Like messing with his kid. And everyone had said, I wish he would have did it with his hands than with a gun. He's still human.
So are you making a case for Will being right then?
I'm making a case for Will being right for speaking up, not for his actions. Because if I just say, yo, Dre, yo, Zoe, yo, Ant, y'all all suck, wow, whatever. I grew up hearing say that, and women say that all my life. Are you actually out there sucking dick for tips? Are you?
No.
Are you?
So.
All right then.
We get it.
You know what you're doing. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't always have to do a physical altercation to get someone to get the message. You could sit just like how I'm doing. I'm not in your face about it. I'm loud. Y'all hear me. I'm being direct about it. My point is coming across, right?
True.
That's what I'm saying.
You have a sense of respect. If it was a real event, you have a sense of respect. Then you have been getting clowned for the last 2-3 years.
Which is why I get it too. Which is why I get it too.
If it was a real event, you probably snapped.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm tired of people just thinking I'm just poems.
But at the same time, when you snap, you still like a little bitch. I ain't gonna say a little bitch, but you still like a bitch. At the end of the day.
You ever realize he embarrassed his wife? He tried to play him probably on the biggest night of Will Smith's career. He probably knew he was gonna win that award.
Ain't no way that was the biggest night of Will Smith's career. You know what? To be fair, that could have been.
Was that his first Oscar?
Yeah.
That was his first Oscar, yeah.
Exactly.
It's the biggest night of his career.
And nobody's gonna remember that.
Exactly, because look what he did to sully it.
Nobody's gonna remember his achievement because he smacked Chris.
That's my entire point. If it was really that important to you, why would you degrade your own night like that? When you know you have a potential to stand out and be that person and finally get it. Nah, I'm saying because people do dumb stuff when emotions involved. I know firsthand.
Yeah.
Like,
If it wasn't, if it was a real event, yeah.
yeah,
That's correct. Only thing that I would probably say change, he could have slapped me at the after party or something. Maybe not on that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you didn't have to do it on TV. You could have did it backstage full. You know what I mean? Like, you could have pulled him once like side by side, like, yo, you think that's cool talking about my wife like that? I gave you a pass today, but I'm talking to you now.
But
like, that's not cool.
Part of me is thinking that, like, I saw a bunch of media that I saw, but I just drew a conclusion. Like, what if he was doing that to impress to impress Jada, and not. And if you're doing something to impress
Well, they
Jada,
kissed
it
later
wasn't
on,
that.
so maybe.
Hold on, here's what I gotta say about that real
Before
quick.
you go there,
Go for it.
why are you impressing somebody who's been disrespecting you for the past?
That's what I was just getting ready to say, bro.
You don't know
the
that.
comments were so wild when that first like picture, not even the video, when the picture was posted. It was like, you gonna do this to defend her honor, like your name is Prince Zuko, just for her to go to sleep tonight and dream about Pac.
Maybe because that marriage isn't all the way legit.
Or it is,
That's-
and he just whatever, or she just.
You know how these industry people get down, man. They marry for money and business.
All right, look about some of these Indian couples too, or some
I'm
of
not
those
saying-
old tribal
I'm not saying
couples.
it's just
They
them. I'm not saying it's
arrange
them,
and forced
but,
marriages.
You know,
But yeah,
having
I'm done
kids,
on that Will Smith
Having
topic.
kids and married is just a
It's-
business venture. It's
it was
not
one of
about
the-
real love. Come on, they're saying she looking like Tupac now. That's
Hey, man,
crazy.
All I know is
yeah, it's like she shaved her head to be close to them or something like that. I'm like,
all
what?
I know is I stand with Will. So
I ain't mad at what
yeah,
anybody's
we're not
saying.
mad at
All right, so
But
this,
at the end
all right,
of
so
the
this is
day-
my question to you, Ant, and to you too, Dre. Is Chris Rock wrong for telling a joke?
Man, freedom. I'm not gonna say it's right or wrong. I'm gonna say freedom of speech is a bit on.
No,
ice for
no.
the last-
What
No,
is he? Hold on. No, let me
agree
break it
with-
down
I
simpler.
agree with my
What
answer.
is he? What is he?
he's a comedian.
All right, what is a comedian's job?
Tell jokes.
All right, then. He
so-
told the job. I told
So
a
answer
jock a
this,
joke.
Is Will wrong for defending his wife?
No, I never
We're
said
not talking
that.
about. We're not. Don't bring up August. Is he wrong for defending his wife?
No, not at all.
It's 50-50 then.
That's what I'm saying. I said I get both sides.
50-50.
I may not have agreed with
Why
what
did she
Chris
usually-
said.
Who said she was being disrespected?
That's his wife. I mean,
That's
we
your
interpret
partner.
love,
I'm just saying.
we
Let's
interpret all of that
let's
different.
keep this.
So if he really cared that much,
was he really disrespecting her by saying G.I. Jane joke? Just asking.
From your perspective, maybe no.
But like I
maybe-
said, that's not
maybe
your
it's
partner.
the fir- yeah, that's not. It's not your.
it's not
wife, though.
universal. I mean, I understand it. You know,
Like, so let me ask you. You said you got a kid, right?
Yeah.
So all right, this is a paternal bias now. If you see another kid bullying your child,
I'm pushing him.
you pushing him.
I'm bumping him.
Now, would you say something to the parent, or would you check the child first?
You gotta talk to
I
the
think
parent
both
because
gotta-
Hold on. Neither of us have kids. I got godchildren. I'm just waiting to hear his response.
It's a in the moment thing. If it's something, if it's on a basketball court, it's in the middle of a game. Obviously, I'm closer to the parent, so I have to say something to the parent.
Okay.
But if I'm in the park playing with my son and I see it, then I have to tell him, hey man, can you go on over on the other slide or whatever? Can you kind of get out of the way?
You know a kid's gonna be like, no.
Yeah, and then then that's just when I bump him.
All right, now take it like this. Not that he's saying he's actually physically going to do it. This is like all alleged right now. Now, the moment you lay your hand on another parent's child, are they in the wrong for smacking out of you for laying a hand on touching their child or bumping
They're
them?
probably getting the gun.
it's not gonna go down well.
I mean, I feel like I feel like certain actions, you just have to be ready for whatever comes with it. So if me separating two kids, I'm pretty sure most parents, I respect that.
Right. Okay.
So I'm ready for that.
Yep.
I encourage that actually, because I prefer that. So yeah.
I hear you. I like to see. So I feel like we get it. I don't agree with Dre at all, but I feel like me and get it. Like it. Like I said, with Will and with Rick, with Rock, 50-50. I'm tired, y'all. I have not slept. With Rock and Will, it's like a 50-50. Rock is doing his thing. He's telling the jokes. It could have came off way worse, but in Will's mind, it could have actually been way worse. And I'm pretty sure everyone in here believes that joke could have been worse, right? He could have said that a million different ways. Like, that's why your stupid cheating wife is doing whatever. And with whatever laugh he does, he could have been way more aggressive with it.
right.
All right, and this is just my curiosity. Go ahead, know it? Go ahead, Zal. I talk too much. Go ahead.
Let's cut off right here.
Yeah.
Go ahead, last point.
Last point. Last thing on the Will thing, I guess. But what's determine whether Chris was right or wrong for saying the joke. You have to analyze like how it could be received to both Will and Jada. So if one laughed at the joke looked over at Jada, then decided to have an attitude. I just don't. I don't get that. I don't get if you
Because
have a
you saw
problem
the
with niggas
because you saw the
disrespecting your wife,
disdain
you
on
have
her
a problem
face.
with it the whole time.
Because
Why didn't she get up?
You know when you out with a woman and then something happens and then you have your reaction. You look at her, she has a whole different reaction. Now you have to. Sometimes some people may change their reaction to not look the opposite of the woman they're with. That's what that was.
And I get that.
So did that mean Will really cared?
Probably no, but he has to show that he cares about his wife. So
I don't know. He does. I truly believe he does. It's
Well,
just,
let me retract my statement. I don't know if he does or doesn't, but he's putting on the facade. If it was a facade that he needed to care and defend his wife, who doesn't care about him at the moment, allegedly. So it is what it is, and we're gonna cut off right there. Want to hear more Will Smith talk? Go somewhere else because we're done here.
yeah, we're done.
But
Hasta la
Chris Rock's
bye-bye.
stand-up special. I recommend. I want to see it. I just want to see it.
I hope it ain't trash, but anyway. Why do
You
y'all think-
always gotta leave it on such a sour note. You could have just said like, hey, we'll see when it comes out how it will be. You could have just left it like that. You're like, I hope it ain't trash.
Yeah, because
Like,
That's
a lot
not
of
what Dre's
trash
here.
out here lately. That's why. A lot of trash out here.
whatever.
A lot of trash music, a lot of trash
You
videos.
can be optimistic
a lot of
every
trash
now and then.
podcasts.
It doesn't
That's
kill
not
to be
ours,
optimistic.
but-
Wow, I like that. You know what? Forget what I said. I'm gonna give you that one. I'm gonna play it nice. You see how I'm being optimistic and I gave that to you? Try it. It feels good every now
Who
and
said
then.
I'm not optimistic? By the end of the day, people
You
don't care
are
about
cynical.
positivity.
You are cynical. I care.
People
I
don't care
care.
about every song. Look,
I
every
care.
clip that ours that went
I
up in
care.
numbers, it was negative or conflicting base.
That's what I really hate about it, bro. But we're not gonna talk about it.
I was getting to see it this way. I have one positive thing but it wasn't podcast related. I have a quote thing on Instagram that got 120 likes on it or something like that. It's a reel, so yeah, yellow button. But yeah, you ain't got to click it. Sorry. yeah.
It's not like I can hear people cheering. Are people cheering?
But still, nobody cares about positivity, man. One of the clips that went up, the Eminem clips. So I always do numbers for some reason, ironically, right? The Biggie and Little Kim clip, that had a few comments on it. I understand because we didn't have all the information. Apparently, Little Kim was never signed to Bad Boy. I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
I didn't know that either.
I'll have to
Okay.
recheck that statement to make sure it's all the way factual. But when I looked at the album credits, it wasn't under Bad Boy. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. So, and some of our other stuff got some, the J. Cole one got some things. But
That's a BS, but whatever.
no, well, let's talk about J. Cole real quick.
I'd rather not.
No, I want to
rather-
actually address a positive note of J. Cole. Why
Okay.
J. Cole seems to be underrated and underappreciated. I'm gonna get my points, then I'm going from there, which I want to talk about. Shout out to Dreamville Fest, by the way, because
Right up the street.
it's right up the street from where we're at right now, and it's
I was gonna say, is it actively going on?
yeah, and it's a great event.
Can we
That's
go?
and it's you been paying for tickets?
How much is tickets?
It's like $300 to $1,000 or so.
So we out.
All right, we'll think about it. All right, so but
I ain't rich, y'all. I'm just messing around.
But to go to the J. Cole thing, J. Cole is going to be underappreciated. Kendrick Lamar might fall into this category later on in his career. We'll see. But J. Cole is underappreciated because he is a dope lyricist, as much as I talk about. A dope MC, great all around. But the problem with J. Cole is the Dreamville sound, one. The Dreamville sound isn't what people want to always hear. But
It's the era that he came out.
I was
I know
gonna
it's
say,
true.
it's the
It's
era.
true. He came out.
exactly.
If he was in the 90s, he would be up there with.
I was gonna say, if he
Exactly.
was, he'd be.
But nowadays, the Dreamville sound isn't the most captivating sound. And that affects, unfortunately, our artists across the board. Like Jid, for example. Jid isn't, in my opinion, where I think he's supposed to be at. But we'll address that another day. Let's go back to J. Cole right quick. The Dreamville sound. The boring quote that everybody likes to put on J. Cole, which may be valid to some of others. Not my place here at the moment. I'll address that another day. But he's boring. Lyrically, instrumentally, charismatically, puts people to sleep. Personality.
Amazing personality.
But, know,
I think he's talking in terms of like entertainment.
What else?
Quality of
What
his
else does he have to
film.
offer? What is he?
I feel like he's an entertainer when he needs to be, and he's J. Cole every time when he's performing and when he's out. Like me, I don't want to have my life, covered in the media every 24 seconds. I don't want to get out the shower and what color boxes I got on after. Like I'd rather when it's time to entertain, let's entertain. Other than that, I'm cooking in the studio. All right, post up. Hey, you guys got something coming out soon. Hope you guys are looking forward to it. Can't wait to perform for you guys. I'm on my me time now.
I'll give him this.
That's old to everybody.
I'll give
every
him this.
celebrity.
He has great content that goes along with his releases, like the documentaries and the promo he does. Great. However, the fan base is fucking terrible. Not saying he has the most terrible fan base in the world. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
But the amount of sauce they overdo on this man's name gets ridiculous.
That is such cap. Oh my God.
It is. It makes people not want to listen to him. That's the point I'm getting to. The sauce they put on his name, what he's done, it makes people not want to listen to him. Because they're so, J. Cole's the greatest. J. Cole's the new Tupac, the new Nas. He's the greatest of all time.
J. Cole is the J. Cole.
J. Cole is
That's
Nas
it.
without Illmatic. That's what J. Cole is.
Hell no.
That's
Don't
exactly what
do that.
J. Cole is.
Nope.
He's not really.
Nope.
That's exactly what J. Cole is. Nas without
Nope.
Illmatic.
Nope.
Exactly what J. Cole is. Right
Hell
now.
no. J.
What
Cole
else is he then?
He's himself. Yo, this is one thing that gets me. This is the one thing that really grinds my gears.
Tell me I'm wrong though.
Macklemore, MGK,
Trash.
Eminem,
I'm talking about Macklemore. Well,
Ludacris.
Macklemore wasn't trash at one point, but then he got trash.
T.I. All of those dudes are their own individual. Lil Wayne, his own individual. Logic.
You know why
Method.
Macklemore won't get credit? Because he won when he allegedly shouldn't have won at the Grammys.
All right.
Against Kendrick.
All right. So, matter of fact,
And it destroyed his career afterwards.
to that standing of being overlooked, or what's the term you use?
Underrated,
unappreciated, undervalued. When you're not familiar with that artist's music, you're always gonna underestimate them because you don't know. You're not in the fan base. Same thing with what you were talking about earlier. Having an issue or not liking the fact that you have talented individuals that are sitting on so much work that could be put out for others to listen to.
So many artists died
But there are other individuals out there who may feel like their work will feel unappreciated because they have so much they can offer.
Yeah,
So
but
when they
nobody
do, it's
knows.
like, are they going to end out like this person and that person? It comes to the doubt. So like having a little bit of privacy and sitting on stuff for a while, that's not bad. This was like, of course you can miss out on your time. That happens. But like, nah, bro. He's his own man. He's his own style of rapper. Personally, that's just how I feel. It's not another Pac. X was never gonna be Pac.
No.
Was never gonna be big like Pac. And when they were saying that, I'm like, no. X is gonna be big as X could be while he was still here. Pop had potential.
Basically reincarnated 50 Cent with Drill. That's what Pop.
And you know what? Yeah, matter of fact, you could say there are similarities between him and 50. You could say there are similarities with Nas and Cole. But they're still their own different rappers, their own different flows.
We all know this though, but to put a comparison on it, just to encapsulate his career at the moment,
you can't.
Nas without Illmatic.
You can't.
That's J. Cole.
You
Whether you
cannot,
like it or not, that's what it is.
Well, I feel like your opinion is yours, and I respect it. I just think your opinion is wrong. I think it's false. That's
Fair
all.
enough. What are y'all thoughts on this J. Cole?
I'm with him. I think he's a little bit boring. His older work, I think, is a little bit boring. But that being said, like he can be captivating because like with KOD and stuff like that, it just comes down to
He said
taste.
KOD.
It comes down to taste. It comes down to taste. Is what you
It
like. to
does,
hear.
absolutely.
Yeah. And he doesn't do like he's not gonna do something just to get a view. He's gonna do whatever is on his mind or what he's dealing with, and it just is what it is.
All right, so
I just so happens I want to listen to what someone else is dealing with.
We need his thoughts on J. Cole first. Let him go.
Go for it.
He's all of what you said for the reasons that I said. Like, I think the era when he came out has more so to do with how he's perceived more than anything. How we listen to him and then how we listen to the next person that will come on the radio, he sounds more so like 20 years ago. But
And that has been.
then you listen to, I don't know, whoever's on the radio, that sounds more so how
Uzi.
music is today.
Okay, yeah.
So that's why I think it's harder to listen to him. Not that I like either, but it's more so like I hear more of today than I hear of 20 years ago. So it's like my ears are being retrained when I listen to him.
No, that's a good point,
Nah, absolutely.
because
That's that
listening,
grown man response right there.
he's hearing and listening would be a good example of what you mean, because you just hear the shit that comes on now. You just hear that motherfucker. But then, like, when you actually listen to lyrics, like when we listen to Reasonable Doubt and stuff like that, we were in the mode where we wanted to hear every line this motherfucker said. Like, you're just not like that now. So
That's personally how I feel about Drake. Look, like my old friend Rachel, she loves her some Aubrey, like Audrey, whatever the hell his name is. Don't care. Sorry. Don't care.
Audrey.
Don't care. Yeah, I can roast me if y'all want. Don't care. He's still wheelchair.
He's about to call him Wheelchair Jimmy.
I'm not about to do that. It's disrespectful. It's Audrey though, right?
Yeah. Aubrey.
It is Aubrey.
Hey,
Wait,
if Drake would have
shit,
if Drake would have slapped you right now, well, oh shit, can't talk about that no more. Does Drake have the right to slap you, sir? No.
He don't know me. Why should he care? He make millions compared to what I do. You really think he about to waste his time with me?
Nah.
A little big over me?
A little bit.
Yo, first off, you lay your hands on me. I'm gonna let it slide the first time. Like, all right. You said how you felt. You gave me your piece.
All right.
But I promise you this. Let me tell you. You throw your hands at me one more time, I'm gonna have you behind looking red, white, and blue like the American flag. Let me tell you, okay? It'll be the last thing you ever see. I guarantee it. I stand by it. Shout out my man Fredo on TV, bro. He hilarious.
I guarantee it. I stand by it.
But yeah, not like I'm not about to just willingly let anybody hit me. You catch me off guard and you like smack me or whatever. I'm like, are you stupid? Like, what's your motive? What's good with you? I'm gonna ask you a question. Let's get to the center of it. You try to piece me again, I promise you're dead where you stand. I stand by it.
Why when people get hit or smacked, they always want to ask a question first before they do so.
No, because I'm trying to keep the peace about it. Because my
You
thing,
could have thought you was somebody else.
Yo, what's going on with you, bro? Yo,
that's
what's
what I'm
going
saying.
on?
Like, you could, like, for me from behind, I'm a big guy. Matter of fact, let's take it to 6 years ago. Oh my God, let's take it 7 years ago when I first get hit. What did they call me?
Little
Lil
Dre.
Dre.
Nigga,
All right
Lil
then.
Dre.
Now, what if Dre was there? No, matter of fact, yeah, let's do it like this. What if Dre was there, was talking to a shorty, screwed her friend or whatever, right? Someone saw me from behind and just me, like, yo, you think you gonna be just cheating on my sister? Like, that's not him.
Hey,
Oh
Dre
my
would've been
bad.
Like, you better get on a roll on.
You know what I
Roll on
You know
out
what I
here.
mean? Roll on out here. You know what I mean? Like, cause it can be an accident, but accidents have fatal mistakes. This is why sometimes you just gotta talk it through. You gotta have discussion. But like, you don't just let anybody hit you. Of course, like if I see someone going to hit me, I'm gonna defend myself. Like you're supposed to. Like I was trained and taught to. But if you sneak me, you catch me, and I see you ready to still be combative. I'm so tired, yo. My apologies. I'm a former athlete. I'm a former wrestler. I ain't about to let you get away. I'm gonna take you down. No, Chris Brown. I'm gonna look you in the eye and I'm asking you, what's your motive? Speak now, forever hold your peace before you receive my piece of steel. Be still. I'm just playing. I ain't killing nobody.
Tough talk.
Nah, ain't no tough talk. Real talk. Don't lay your hands on me.
Back talk.
That's one thing I won't let anybody do. But Cole, bro, his own guy. I know I talk a lot. So what's something that y'all got on your mind to discuss? Let's take it away from music. Let's take it away from violence. What's something that y'all got on your mind to discuss? Let me hear it. I want to know.
I wasn't taught the rules of how to be the male alongside the female. I wasn't taught the rules, like walking across the street, who does what, who walks on what side on the sidewalk.
Yeah, technically man's supposed to be on the right.
But then I'm
Close to
thinking
the
like,
cars.
would you rather? It's like on this side there's the cars, but then you gotta watch out for the rattlesnakes and all this shit on this side.
Hey,
I can't be on
man.
both sides. Just walk behind me.
Well, the next
Nah,
person-
she walked behind you. Look, she walked behind you. You gotta. She walked behind you. You lose all visuals of her. She in front of you. You gotta make sure you're not on her heels.
It's kind of like a roles thing. You're the protector, provider. So when you're walking, you need to protect the woman you're with so she can be safe. That's what it kind of symbolizes.
I don't got a choice. You see my frame? They're gonna get something to kill me. They ain't about to fight me fair. But to the whole, knowing which side to be on, that's something I will say I was taught, but it was never verbal. It was just simple actions. My mother would start me doing, like as a preteen, and then my sister would do it too. Be like, come on this side, whatever, and I would just start doing that. Not paying attention, it just became a behavior pattern. Like, all right, if I'm in a crowd of people, or whatever. My sister Tiffany is much smaller than me, so like I'll literally hold her by her hand, I'll lock her in close so she don't get dragged away. Close to the crowd.
Yeah.
I'm
like
told
stuff
so
like that, instinctive things that like,
You know what I mean?
if I want someone to be safe, I know I'll have to be next to them. But I don't know all the specific, like when you supposed to take girls on a date. Apparently, I'm supposed to plan like the, you know what I'm saying, like what
Festivities.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So I'm like, whatever you want to do.
So, what do y'all do? So what do you do when you get ready to
cool.
take a shorty on a date? What do you like? And let's say I have the whole day open. Like she's not working, you're not working, but y'all say, all right, let's go to dinner tonight. Are you guys not gonna plan anything earlier in the day to do before we go out to dinner?
I mean, I might say we can do this at this time. You feel me? And then whatever happens after that, I don't like.
All depends on who it is.
What do we wear? Stuff like that.
That is
yeah.
true. That is true.
All
If
depends
it's
on
like,
who it is.
if it's like certain people or a certain person, I would like.
If I see a future or really care about this woman I'm with, then I wouldn't mind playing the whole day out because I want to be with her. But if it's just some chick I just met, it's just going to be probably just some one setting thing or another one if everything goes good. Everybody wants to.
I think I'm vice versa. If it's someone that like, I feel like I
Like
could,
to impress them, basically.
not to impress them, but like to keep them off balance in a way, to see how they move. I know how I move. So like, if I say like, all right, so you doing anything tomorrow? Like, she's like, I'm free all day. All right, cool. So how about this? Let's go get breakfast together and just see where things go from there. Because you didn't give her a plan afterwards. You didn't even tell her where we're gonna go get breakfast. You just said, let's go get breakfast. I'll come pick you up at XYZ, whatever. Now, you don't gotta ask what she has a taste for. Just, if anything, if she has a different diet, then of course ask her, like, she's vegan, you're not. Be considerate. That's when planning comes in. But like, if it's someone that I'm literally just testing the waters with, trying to see, I'm literally having you run through a trial. A gauntlet. The same way they put us through gauntlets with their friends, I'm putting you through a gauntlet with me. So like, I'll come pick you up, we'll do this. And then we'll go do this. Then we chill a bit at the mall. Then we go, go see a movie tonight. If you don't pass that first, especially if you don't get past that first stage, whatever. But you gotta give them leniency, because sometimes it's a little awkward at first, whatever. Let's say you get coffee first, you go to the mall, hang out, grab lunch, and like, hey, movie's about to start in an hour. You wanna go get snacks or something? Like, let's go.
And this is the one you really like.
No.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got you.
You know what I mean?
And if it's summertime, take her,
That's even worse. Oh, I'm gonna give you two options then.
take her to a
Or
place where
maybe-
there's water.
You funny.
But you know what's crazy, man?
I like the sinister face he got going on. He funny.
Yeah, Drake's ridiculous.
That's funny.
But, you know what I hate, bro? My pet peeve is like we'll be planning a date, right? And they'll be like, this will be the first date. I'm like, oh, let's go to Roof Chris. And then we get there, and then it's like she's never been before. It's all weird and awkward, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Some of that plays off of you too. I mean, because like, if you see that someone else is making it awkward, right? I got a girl in front of me right now, right? Like, hey, so, open the door. All right, so how was your night last night? Like, you sleep comfortable? Like, I was pretty hot myself. The weather is always in flux, whatever. Then it's like, why are you talking about the weather? Then get down to something else. Why are you talking? Like, yeah, I hate when it's hot like that. I prefer, when it's cooler out, so I can go, wear shorts and a long sleeve or whatever, or vice versa. I like when they get hot. That means I can go to the pool, go to the beach. You like swimming? yo, we definitely need to go like check out this spot. It's fire. You see how like I went from one thing, still bounced off of that, and went to the next. Like,
yeah, but
it's natural. Like some things are natural. We just think about it too much.
Yeah,
I feel like when I'm on a date,
it probably was a little bit of both of us, but it's like before that. She actually was telling me like stuff about I've been to this, and that, and done this, and that, and I think it was to, and when it all adds up, I think it was to trick me into going there. Like we could have just went there. Like you don't have to do you feel me? Like I don't know. I just don't. It doesn't feel good feeling like I've been tricked. Like we could just go there.
Nah.
So you feel like you had to impress her?
Yeah, cause I've been here, I've been there, I've been this. I'm like, and then
I feel
turns
like
out
if she go out with you,
You don't press.
Like
You ain't gotta
9
press
times
none
out
of
of
these
10.
bitches, man.
you already won.
Because you got her out with you.
Yeah, you do
already
what you do to be
and she
you.
was so bad. So I'm like, hey.
What you do to be you. If she don't like you,
It was believable
there's a
that
bunch
she
of
been
other
to
chicks
those
in the
places.
sea, my guy.
If you get a shorty like, oh my god, I've been here, like this is great, we should try this, or like, what do you got to taste for it?
Well, she's a concubine.
Like she's like making that her standard, saying that like basically talking to me, if we don't go here, we're not actually going out. I'm like, oh,
I'd be like, oh, I'm like, for real? All right, later.
You actually had somebody tell you that?
you said what?
You actually had somebody to tell you that?
Nah, but
Oh,
that's like
I have.
you know what I'm saying. You might as well have when you do certain things like.
It's all how you pronounce, like how they go about saying certain things.
Like my last boyfriend went to the NBA. I'm like,
Yeah, that's not no, that's not no.
It's a one nighter.
It's either that
Concubine.
or it's just a dub at all, bro. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I think bringing up exes is kind of messy though.
Depends.
It's a red flag. It's definitely a red flag.
I don't think it's a red flag
Yeah.
necessarily.
If she's talking about this like she's never ever. Have you ever thought? You know what the funny thing is? Whenever a girl tells you about her ex, is he's the worst. He's basically the devil.
It's
She
either
never did anything
that.
wrong.
It's either that.
And then she goes and
or
fucks
it's
the
like
next
they're
week.
putting you up to a standard that you have to meet. Like, this is a lot. Like, I
just
flat
want a girl
out,
to be like,
I went on a date with this
We
girl,
both fucked up.
and she was talking
I'm not
like,
with him no more.
I said, so if you don't mind me asking, like, you're young, you're smart, you're beautiful, you're fun to be around. How come you're not dating? If you don't mind me asking, politely, like, how come like someone like you doesn't have someone on their side, partner? I never specified boyfriend or
Because my
girlfriend.
last boyfriend was an astronaut. He flew off into space.
But this girl, this girl, and she was like, no, it was really good, and it was just like things just didn't pan out. It's not like it was. We had a very good time, and then like at that point, it's like that, and it's like there's something underlying that you don't know.
It was really good, but it didn't pan out.
Yeah, like cause some like, no, I mean, cause something can. All right, hold on. You
No,
have
I'm saying what you saying.
Code
That is
word.
a red flag.
that.
Code word.
You know,
She
you know
got
what I mean?
bored
That's
when
kind of
you
like a red
was
flag because it's like, all right.
Yeah.
Well, one, if you broach the subject that he's a cool, because you could have just deaded my conversation, like he's not really someone I want to talk about or something I like to talk about. Females will, like, if they're just uncomfortable, they will flat out say something like that. Dudes too be like, nah, she wasn't all that. Things happen. You know what I mean? That's the keys in your mind where it's like, all right, I don't need to talk about this anymore. Something else. But like once you step in it, you gotta learn how to step out. Be like, well, look, I appreciate you being out here with me tonight. That's cool.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Giving her that sense of validation without saying like, oh well, you stepped up because you let me take you out. No, you're like you're understanding that it's something happened. She may not want to talk about it yet, but you're giving her that validation that it's okay. You're not gonna pry, because you can still pry without prying. Because it's like, all right, cool. Because then she doesn't want to make it feel awkward. She may bring it back up. You know what I mean? Some people just need to get that stuff out. Me, I'm open. I'm honest. There's certain things I just will not talk about on the first date or anything like that. And it's like, woo. God forbid if you do. I mean, I'm a songwriter and I'm a storyteller. So something comes up, I can talk about it. I have no shame about stuff I've done or people I've been with. Except for my first, but whatever.
Well, people say, I have no shame except for.
I'm just kidding. But nah, I have flat out had a shorty was like, nah, if we're not doing this, we can't go anywhere. Yeah, every joke contains the truth, just like my boy Tyler said, but like, I don't play that. I don't. Same way I don't play with shorties that be like, so what, we gonna fight, whatever. Don't bring me that energy and then just sit on the edge of my bed like this. Like if that, because I was told just because an opportunity is present, don't mean you always got to take it. Mac, you know what I mean? If you're a natural flirt or whatever, things are just gonna come natural. If you just being socially to see where I stand, yeah, I'll be a closeted slut and you'll never know.
You know, it's another red flag that I encountered once, but I just was like, or whatever. It was like, this one girl was like, oh, my friend was like terminally ill with something, and like, I was like, oh, man, that's so sad. But she didn't come to my birthday. I'm like, what?
Yo, hold on. All right. I'll tell you what's a red flag for me. Shorty don't want nothing to do with kids.
Like, she didn't even try. Like, how you know?
That's trifling. I hate it. I hate this generation that does that, though. I hate that generation. I hate this.
Anyway, you want to have sex? Like, what the fuck is going on here, yo?
I'm like, all right, I'm going to spread them. Yo, what?
Man, can you believe she didn't come to my birthday? I'm like, yeah, she was terminally ill.
She was terminally ill. You stupid, bro. Like, I don't like the ones, like, for me, I'm big on having a family someday. Here's the one thing about, I don't like, if a shorty started making abortion jokes, like, like if you with your boys and they making jokes like that, whatever, or you with if you just with your friends, guys and girls.
What is an abortion joke, bro?
Like, if she's like,
well, that means you can nut in her.
But this is what I'm saying. But like, if you want to have kids at some point, and let's just say you actually like this girl, and she's just dead set, like, no, I'm not having this baby.
All right.
She gonna be like, just delete this baby. Now what happens? She see that baby when she gets to heaven. Hey, mom, you got rid of me. Like, sorry, that was Tyler said that shit. I'll never forget when he said that at the dinner table, bro. It was all of us. He was like, he said, that child gonna be looking at you like, hey, bitch. Oh my God, that was funny. Oh man, that was funny. If only some of y'all just were there.
Anyway, just to round up the points of dating women, be yourself. Don't worry about trying to be anybody else to impress these people that don't need to be impressed. They don't like you for you. Get somebody else. There's a lot of people out there on both sides.
Unless
like I said, for women who looking for other men looking for other women, there's a lot of other people out there besides the ones you with. So they don't like you. Fuck them. Okay, your point.
Fucking with crazy glue on their lips.
Do your little dance. It's all right.
So y'all got anything else y'all want to speak about before we wrap this podcast up, man?
No, sir.
All right. In that case, we appreciate you watching, listening, viewing.
Oh, wait.
What?
I forget. All right. I just wanted to bring mental awareness to everybody real quick for health purposes. To those listening, if you are someone that's struggling, it's okay. I get it. You may not always have the power to acknowledge it in front of others, acknowledge it in a room with your friends. Some people, you don't even got to say anything. They already know. Sometimes they just don't know how to respond to you. It doesn't mean they don't care about you. It's just sometimes they don't wait until how you're feeling affected them. So they don't know how to help you. There's nothing wrong with that. So, like, let's say if you are struggling, if there's anything going on in your life, take a moment and sit and just don't allow yourself to stay in that space. Because you can sit and be free. Like, just have a free thought process. If you sit and allow yourself to stay in one zone too long, it's like my GM said, and it's the best quote I've heard in a long time. It's like, you'll have one day and yesterday, right about the stuff you did. One day and tomorrow or next week. And something you have no control of because that day isn't the present. You have one leg in yesterday, one leg in tomorrow, and you're pissing on the day. You're shitting on the day. Stop shitting on the day. You can get a lot done in one day. Don't worry about planning too far ahead. Tomorrow, just start with waking up. And then, once you build that process, it'll get a little bit easier. It's not going to be like breathing. Breathing can still be hard to do. But I will say, over time, you start to have a better control of it. Learn how to hold your breath long enough. And then it feels so good when you can finally release and catch your breath again. So just catch your breath, slow things down for a bit, clear your mind. Let go of the dark which ails you. Let it go. Breathe and move on. Breathe and move on. That's my piece.
And I'll say this to not add to that, but just to add another point on to the ending part of the show. If you're struggling to create or finding the place to find out who you are, what you're trying to do, sometimes you might have to just take a walk, rather prompted or unprompted, but you might have to just take a long walk and just get some time and space to yourself, where it's just you thinking about your goals you're trying to achieve and the mission you want to accomplish and who you are or who you're trying to be on this earth that you're currently living in. It may take a while, it may take a short period of time to get back to that moment if you've ever been there before, or to get to that point in time where you're really in your bag or really focused, as some people will say. So I would just say, you gotta spend a lot of time with yourself to get to know yourself. Sometimes that means cutting off people close to you, your own family, your moms and pops, because at a certain point you need a time to yourself to figure out who you are and what you're trying to accomplish. So to say, figure out what you need to do and just do it. Don't wait, because if you wait too long or wait too much, you end up leaving this earth in the physical form and not knowing what you could have been or what you were set here to do. So I'll say, just do it. No Nike.
Unless they signing us. But on that note, thank you.
You just muted somebody.
On that note,
I just muted myself. I'm number one.
Just keep your hands off. Just don't click
all
off.
right, but
This is 2.5 LLC podcast, man. My name is Trey. This is Zoe.
yeah,
This is Trav. This is Antwon. All our names and information will be in the description. And we will see y'all next time. Yeah.
next time.
Next time. Guests coming soon with new music coming soon as well. Shout out to Hollywood's UMC is dropping
That's for
at the
sure.
end of the month. May 1st.
Yeah.
On a Friday.
Yeah.
Let's get it. We're officially out of here now. Let's get it.